Alright, so we're in the process of trying to save my deal, my building. $32,000 is on the line. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 10:06 a.m. It is Thursday, so we're about to get on this Patreon call. If you don't know what that is, every week, 10 a.m. Central, I get on a call. It's 25 bucks a month. We do it 4 times a month. You can't miss it. Best deal on the internet. Links in the bio. Not bio, description. But anyhow, I haven't vlogged in a hot minute, so I grabbed the camera. We got Raj setting it up because, you know, I like to record some parts of the, what do you call it, the Patreon call, because you know what? I'm already making the call. Might as well take advantage of it and maximize the content, right? And what we got going on today is this Patreon call for an hour. Then I got a bunch of logistical stuff to do with the building I'm trying to buy, some clients scheduling a closing. Then we got a walkthrough at 1 p.m. We got a closing at 2 p.m. And after that, we have to brainstorm for this live event that I want to do. A lot has changed since the last vlog, so please stay tuned. Stick around if you don't know who I am. My name is Zaram. I'm a real estate agent transitioning into being a real estate investor. So stay tuned. It's going to be a fun day. Omar, 2 other clients. Oh, clients call me. What's going on? You never called me yesterday, man.
I did. It went straight to voicemail. So for today, all I need to do is bring my license and cashier's check, correct?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Nothing else? Okay. And then, I guess, you're also going to be there, right?
Yeah, so we're going to do the walkthrough together, and then we will go to the closing right after.
Got it. So can you walk through, what's going to happen at closing exactly? Or at least, a summarize?
Sure. Of course. So you're going to basically go sit down in the conference room. Demis will walk in, and then we're going to do this, blood ritual where you have to cut your wrist a little bit. So, you're going to put a little bit of blood on the paint. And not paint, on the paper, and that's how you seal the deed. And then after that, you sell your soul, and then you own a home.
Got it.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing around with you. Now, literally what happens is you sit in conference room and you just sign paperwork for about 30 minutes. That's it. So the good thing about your loan right now, they've actually already sent the money. So literally, as soon as you're done signing, and the title company gets it to the lender, and everything looks good. The lender will send us approval, the money will be funded, and you'll be able to close. This shouldn't take more than 30 minutes to an hour. Alright, the Patreon call is over. It is 11:04. You see the time. And look, I was spitting on that Patreon call. I said some things that, you know what, you're just going to have to be on the Patreon to find out, because that's where I share the real nitty-gritty details, because I can't have, the entire world know my business. Okay, there's a level of privacy here. Anyhow, as you guys know, I own an apartment building, and my drug addict tenant is finally gone. It's fully renovated, and I have found a tenant. And little tip to the landlords, okay? You don't have to not allow pets. Pets have made me an extra $250 just as a deposit fee, and an extra 25 bucks a month. Now, when you own commercial real estate, an extra 25 bucks a month, that raises the value of your property as a whole. Now, let's check her credit. So she just filled out the application, and what I use to vet tenants, and if you're an agent or a landlord, it's going to come in handy, is mysmartmove.com. And the unit is officially rented. But you always keep your options open, because tenants tend to flake, and I'm not about to lose out again, because the first tenant flaked. Alright, so here's the plan now. It is 11:15, and we have to run over to my building, grab my laundry money, take it to the bank, deposit it, make sure we got all the money we need in that, and then me and Raj, we're going to grab some food. And then we're going to go to this final walkthrough, and then we're going to go to closing. And then we're going to come here, we're going to brainstorm for this live event I want to do for all the investors. So stay tuned, it's going to be a fun day. We haven't vlogged in a minute. I have done a few of these, but I never end up posting it. So today, I'm going to definitely post it. So I got to give you some content to watch. Let's go. To my fellow agents, one word of advice I'd like to give you that is against all financial litter or whatever information: buy a nice car. The honest truth is, and it's a sad truth. Oh, we don't want to copyright it, but the sad truth is, when you have a nice car, people literally assume you're more successful, right? So as soon as you can afford one, get your hands on a nice car, because you feel better pulling up to appointments, and your clients treat you better, because it's just like a sign of, okay, he's doing something right. They don't know you're spending 90% of your check for your car payment. So my boy Raj has his first deal under contract, so congratulations to him. I want you to tell the people what it's like to do your first deal. How lost, confused are you? What obstacles came up? What you learned? Go.
So I was super lost. First, I didn't know what the buyer transaction, like exactly what it was. I knew the steps, like step 1, step 2, step 3, but I didn't know like what you have to do in this certain step and all that. So that's what I learned. Second thing I learned is that when you tell your buyers to go get a document, make sure they take a copy of it, because at the end it just like creates hassles if they don't have a copy of everything they deposited or anything like that. So make sure you tell your clients that.
So that's what happened. Huh? Somebody made a deposit, didn't have a receipt.
Yeah.
See, it always like little shit. Nobody ever says when the buying process is like, oh, make sure that this deposit. See, that's what experience teaches you, right? So next time your client says, yeah, I'm gonna deposit some money in the bank, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Whose bank?
Yeah.
How much? Is
Take
this
a
the
copy.
down payment? Do you have a copy? Exactly. So there you go.
There you go.
First deal jitters, getting them out the way.
That's right.
I like this. So as an agent, deals are gonna fall through left and right. It's part of the business. And when they're falling through, you have to build up like this tolerance to stay cool, calm, collected, and see it through, solve the problems, and get it to closing. Now, it's extra annoying when it's the property you're trying to buy and things keep happening. Now, one of the major reasons why deals have obstacles or issues with them is because of incompetent real estate agents. This is why I hate them all, short of the ones watching this, right? Because half the time they don't have any balls or courage to talk to their clients, explain things, etc., etc. So here's what's going on. I am trying to buy a building for say $825,000. I can't get financing because the building does not make enough money to get traditional financing. So I gotta go either get stupid crazy loans, or what I suggested, I'm like, look, I will take over your current loan and I will make up the difference out of my pocket, which is double the amount that I was supposed to put down, right? Instead of putting like $200K down, I gotta put $425,000 down. And I even offered to pay an extra $10,000 more because his interest rate is disgusting. I mean, it makes sense for both of us to do this. It's like a win-win. Their client will make an extra $10,000 if you go with this approach. However, she does not know how to explain to the client. She's like, go to the attorney. So an attorney is just gonna look at legal jargon and then, okay, so we're here at my building. This is my building. And we're here to pick up the laundry money. However, there's a little bit of an issue. I don't have a bag to put the money in. And it's a bunch of quarters. Look at that. I found the bag. Oh, and also tip to the landlords. When you own like 7 units here and 7 units there, you can't just carry all the keys on you. So what I do is I leave my keys in the boiler room, and I just carry one boiler room key on me, and that's it. And I give everybody that needs access to the building the boiler room key as well. Okay, so we're here at the bank. We're gonna deposit some. Ooh, cameraman almost died.
Almost done.
We're gonna deposit some cash, and then we'll go to our final walkthrough. All right, laundry money deposited. It was only $93, which is pretty damn disappointing. Okay, an investor client of mine is calling. Hello, my friend. I apologize, but this is a horrible time. I didn't want to not pick up the phone on you. Can I call you later today? So I picked up that phone for a reason. I couldn't speak, but I was trying to get a hold of this guy for a day or two, and he's been trying to get a hold of me. And I don't want to be that guy that you cannot reach. So I had to pick up, let him know I'm busy, and then I'm going to call him right back. But I already knew if I call him, he's going to be busy. So I'm going to send an email, and then if he's interested, he'll let me know. All right, so we're in the process of trying to save my deal, my building. $32,000 is on the line. Actually, no. $300,000 is on the line right now, so we gotta fix it. So when you're building a business, whether that's your real estate business or being a real estate investor, whatever, right? What I like to do is I always try to build businesses that kind of help each other. So right now, I want to do like a in-person, like 3-hour workshop for people so I can train someone how to buy your first deal, right? And then I kind of, on top of that, want to be able to do my own deals, as in like find off-market deals for myself. So what a great way to both help people with their first deal and then be able to provide that first deal by wholesaling it to them, you know, because I can only really do one deal at a time. And that way one business helps the other business and the other business helps the other business. So like when you're thinking of things to do, like it's okay to diversify your risk, but stay in the same industry. So like if you're an accountant, don't start a landscaping business. That's not gonna help you. But if you're a real estate agent, find another business that would, you know, if you want to diversify a little bit, have extra income, maybe become, I don't know, a leasing manager or whatever, still in the real estate industry and you're still doing transactions. So Little tip from me to you. We are pulling up to the final walkthrough. I wonder if I'm here before my client is. I'm coming in exactly on time. I told him 1 and I'm pulling up at 1 because I'm a professional. Looks like I'm gonna be the first one here. Which one is he though? I think it's this one on the edge. Hey, I get the best parking spot. Always be first so you get the best parking spot. All right, let's get out, get the doors unlocked. So here's the cool part. I have never been here. I wasn't here for the inspection. I wasn't here for the initial showing. And this is my first time seeing it at the final walkthrough. Now, if all my deals were like this, I would be the happiest real estate agent ever. And it's all thanks to the man behind the camera who did the inspection. And no, Kevin did the inspection and you did the showing. This is why it's important to have agents that in the local area that you know that can handle things like this. Because, you know, when my team members need me, I'm always happy to assist with a showing or two. Oh, by the way, the tenant that had great credit, she wants to move Sunday. And that basically means July I will have no vacancy. And oh, this is so fantastic. I'm like the best landlord ever. So let's hop inside, see what we're working with. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Woo! Woo! Imagine the screen door being locked. That's happened to me a few times. Okay. So what happens at a final walkthrough? Essentially, all you're trying to make sure is the house you saw when you did your inspection is the same house that's here today. And if your inspection, you had like repair items, oh, this place is beautiful. If you have repair items on your inspection, then you gotta make sure that they were addressed. That is the only reason for the final walkthrough. I always skip for my own properties because I'm like, what's gonna happen? Because I'm buying distressed properties. I'm like, what's gonna happen that I'm gonna miss out on? It's a beautiful place.
I love it.
Wow.
Dude, this is
Living
awesome.
room, dining room table. Okay, no wonder this place is
Oh, I love this.
Outdoors. Oh, this is really.
People love this, bro. Clients,
Mm-hmm.
they love that.
See that up there?
Yeah.
That's like an exhaust fan. Back in the day when they didn't have AC, literally like without the job,
Right,
that was
right.
so that the air comes in from the windows and then it sucks it up and it creates this like, you know, circulation of air. But they never work. As I was looking at the photos, I was like, it looks like a nice place, but the photos never do it justice. Okay, the walkthrough's over. We are heading to closing. We're gonna grab some food in between, but now my attorney called, so I need to call him back. Calling the attorney back because the signal dropped. Hopefully this works.
Hello.
Okay, now you should be able to hear me, and I should be able to hear you.
There you go.
I apologize.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, why don't you? I gotta think about. I'm wondering if it's better if it comes from you. I don't know. I gotta think about it. Why don't you send me the email you sent her? You said you sent her an email, right?
Yeah, I sent it. I'm gonna rewrite the email a little bit more concise and simple, and I'm gonna send you that one. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
Good. I'm wondering, it may be better to come from you because it may seem more sincere because you're the buyer and you really want the property.
Ooh,
If it's coming from me, it may, it might be, he might take it another way. On the flip side, he might be thinking, oh, this buyer doesn't know what he's doing. He's overextended himself. He's now, burned a month. Maybe if it comes from me, that's where I got to think about both ways. That makes him more likely to recommend this to his client.
So actually, one of the reasons the bank gave me is the DCR ratio. So that's specifically detailed in my email. So it's not anything from me. It's simply the performance of the building. It is so great to have amazing relationships as you become an agent and as you grow. That was my attorney. Me and this guy have been doing business with each other for 7 years. He is the only attorney that I always work with for my personal loans. I send to every single one of my clients. Not all of them choose the agent, what I refer, but there's nothing I can do about that. But I just love calling, picking his brain, because he has a different perspective on everything. So that's what that call was about. We're trying to figure out the best way to, present our results. So we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 2:58. The closing is done. Our friend here signed all his documents. So now all we do is sit here and we twiddle our thumbs and we wait for the lender to approve, send the money, and I get paid. He goes into tremendous debt. Everybody walks away happy. But you'll be a homeowner.
Only positive.
Only positive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 3:51 p.m. That closing took an hour and 50 minutes. Well, we were a little bit late, so it took about an hour and 40 minutes. But that was way longer than it needed to be because there was some miscommunication and some sloppy work by the sell side attorney. Now, our people were on point. Their people were not. Now, we have to rush to the office to drop off this check and we gotta do a little bit of brainstorming, and I have an appointment at like 5:30. So I'll see you in the office. Closing is done. We got paid. We made $5,925 today. We spent, so far I've only really spent 100, so we're in the profit zone for today. What you don't know as a real estate agent, when you get paid, you don't actually get paid. Your brokerage gets paid. So that way, so what you have to do is basically take that check, rush it over to the brokerage so they can process the payment. I remember when I was struggling and closings were far and few in between, I would get the check. I didn't care how out of my way it was. I will drop that check off at the office as soon as humanly possible because I needed my money 3 weeks ago. Now life is different and we get to relax, chill, but we have to be in the office anyway, so we're gonna drop that check off. And I'd like to make the announcement for anyone that watched this far into the vlog. If you're you're probably a real estate agent watching this. I have been on the investing side heavily lately, and I've gained a lot of knowledge. And I promise you guys, I don't really like selling courses. I'm not selling courses, but what I want to do is I kind of want to help the local agents become more investors, right? Or really anyone that's watching from Chicago. If you'd be interested in like a live, it's not an event, it's like a group of 15 to 20 people. I'm gonna get them in a room, and basically I'm gonna teach you everything I know for about 3 hours. And the goal would be how to buy your first deal. If this is something that interests you, I'm gonna put a link in the description where you just go and sign up. I'm just gonna get your email, so when we are live, I can send you the details. The cost will be $295 per ticket, and you'll be there for 3 hours. Basically, I'll give you from top to bottom what you need to buy your first deal, and then we will go over see my buildings, and we will see my flip, and I'll explain real life how the money is made. So, link in the bio. And also, like, comment, subscribe while you're at it. What are you waiting for? All right, so we made it to the office. It is 4:19, and I need to call a client. Well, it's actually not a client, an investor about a deal, and kind of like explain it to him. So I figured, what better time to do it than to do it on the live?
Do I have paperwork to process that in the morning?
Yeah, you have. I just turned in the closing order form, everything.
Everything's
Yeah.
in there? Okay.
The only thing I don't have there is a $1,000 addendum for inspection, which I will be uploaded in the next 5 minutes.
Sounds good.
So sure that we're good to go.
All right.
Thank you.
Better than I thought. Thank you.
I'm a professional, but don't tell Hilda. I'm usually not this on time. Good.
Do that for me.
Exactly. I don't want no beef because she's gonna come at me and be like, "Why don't you do it for me?"
Then go back to your old habits.
Exactly. Like when you get a commission check, it's like the best feeling in the world because it feels like you got it out of nowhere. Like all the work you put in, it just doesn't seem to compare to because you get the check in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like you work 40 hours, you get 1,000.
Yeah.
You just get it all at once.
Yeah.
And before the taxes, the government sees it, so you don't really pay taxes. So.
Right.
But if you ever have time, audit how many hours it took you to get the deal together.
I already figured that out.
How many is it?
It was like a week and a half, maybe like almost 2 weeks.
Well, that's not hours. For you mean tell me for a week and a half, that's all you did?
Well, if I sat down and did everything I did, probably took me a week and a half.
Hello, sir. Is this a good time?
Yes, this is a good time. How are you?
Perfect. I'm doing great. I'm great now that we finally got time to talk.
Yes. I didn't get an email.
I figured I'd just call you.
Yeah, that works. That
yeah.
works for me.
So here's what I got. I looked through all the numbers. I looked at what we could rent it for, and if you could get it for $780, this actually might be a pretty decent deal. But we have to see because I don't know like how much capex you'll have to put in because I don't know what the windows look like, what the hallways look like, and what the interiors really look like. I have a few photos, but that's all I got. But here's what I'm working with.
This is fully rented?
As of now, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also don't know when the leases expire.
Okay.
Ideally, we'd like. Oh, actually, I do. We got. Looks like they're all gonna expire end of August or end of November, which is. I'm sorry, September. This is perfect. So there's 5 2-bedrooms, and based on what I'm seeing in the market, if you get them renovated like nicely, and if they're not currently renovated, like spice it up a little bit, I think you could easily get $1,500 for those 2 bedrooms.
Okay.
Right now they're getting $1,370. They're saying the market rent is $1,375, but they're getting $1,275, $1,250, $1,100, and that's it. Right, that's their current performance. So right now they're making $7,100. I think with some renovations, and they're 2-bedroom condos, it's not going to cost much to do. You're looking at getting $8,800 a month. Right, this is just the rents, and I did $160 a month for laundry, which is what they reported. I'm getting $89.60 a month in just gross rents if it's fully rented out once you fully stabilize it. but we have to see it to see exactly how many you got to renovate. So that gets us about 107,520. I'm just gonna round up some numbers here, but 107K in gross revenue on an annual basis. If I take
that's just the rent.
that's just the rent, yeah, rent and laundry money, yeah. So pretty much everything is gonna make, and so we're at 107. I took about 3% for vacancy, because with 6 units, you're really not gonna have that much vacancy. So you're at 104 and some change, and the operating expenses that they reported was like 30,000. I added a little bit to, yeah. They put 30,700. I just took 32K because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more.
That included their HOA or whatever, right?
That included HOA, but it does not include management because I didn't see it mentioned at all in here.
Sure.
But if it's honestly with HOA and stuff, this is something you might be able to manage yourself. I don't think it's gonna be that
I
catastrophic.
think it's 6 units. It should be okay. Okay, so you took that as 32.
Yeah, I took that as 32, but obviously we'll look at the tax returns when the time comes. So I'm looking at fully stabilized, like max value, making about $72,000 a year in NOI. But this is with vacancy, and this is before debt service. And I want to say I think I did 6.5 as your interest.
Fair, yeah.
And I think I got 44,400 a year for principal and
So
interest.
that's 20% down?
I did 25. Because with banks, they're going to want 25 with this thing.
Okay.
So you're looking at $27,000 a year, and actually closer to $28,000 a year in just pure cash flow. But this does not take into effect any like maintenance that comes up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude the vlog. Thank you all for watching. We're actually recording the outro on the second day because I forgot. What ended up happening for the rest of this here vlog that you just saw is that it was cigar night, which is something I host at my place every Thursday, and I invite fellow entrepreneurs, investors, come out, smoke a cigar, have a little whiskey, and enjoy ourselves and talk about business, goals, life, all that stuff, right? We want to thank Raj for editing and filming most of this vlog, and we're going to try to come to you with the video twice a week. I don't know the exact posting schedule, but with Raj's help, I'm going to be on it again. We're going to be back posting, but a lot of investing stuff instead of agent stuff. As you saw the title, I'm a retired real estate agent. Cheers. Like, comment, and subscribe.